do ex-international cricketers and television pundits, some of them now coaches, know what they're talking about when it comes to technical analysis? So an example has just been shared in our free Facebook group for amateur players about how Steve Smith triggers and gets into position early and at ball release, the toe of the bat vertical to the sky, and this is what gives him so much time on the ball. So let's have a quick look at that and see what's really happening. So here we can see Steve Smith as the bowler is bounding, and here we can see Steve Smith on release. And we can clearly see that the toe of the bat is not set vertical to the sky at release, creating more time on the ball for him. What does happen is he moves the bat from the toe pointing at point, and he brings it around on a big arc, sets the bat in the unweighted position, and then brings the bat down onto the ball or to meet the ball. And this is one of the biggest misconceptions about unweighting, that the toe of the bat needs to be set vertical to the sky at release, and a lot of coaches and players think before release, and that in doing this, it's going to create time on the ball for you, like it allegedly does for Steve Smith. This is absolute nonsense. As you can clearly see that Steve Smith, the toe of the bat is pointing towards point, he brings it around in a big arc, sets it in the unweighted position prior to commencing the downswing. Now, Steve Smith is on one end of the spectrum. On the opposite end of the spectrum will be a player like Kane Williamson, who does have the toe of the bat vertical, but he is not pre-loaded. He has a small movement back, which then takes the bat up into the unweighted position prior to commencing the downswing of the bat. So we've got two guys, Smith on the one end of the spectrum, Williamson on the other. And what you're going to find is that there are players all the way through this range. Everybody gets there slightly differently. But the underlying principle that you need to understand is that you want to have the toe of the bat vertical to the sky prior to commencing the downswing. And a lot of players get this wrong and preload early, and this actually has the opposite effect. It results in you getting rushed and having less time on the ball.